players in Mountain West history have left their mark on the league, quite like Isaiah Stevens of Colorado State. He's the league's all-time leader in career assists and ranked second all-time in career scoring. Hi everybody, I'm Jesse Kurtz here in the Mountain West Network studio. Stevens' college career winds down later this month, but not before he spends time with us right here on the Mountain West Network. Stevens joins us now from Fort Collins, where the Rams are getting ready for the regular season finale. Isaiah, really appreciate you making time for us here on the Mountain West Network.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys having me.
Well, let's talk about what was an emotional weekend for you. On Saturday, you played your final career game at Moby Arena against Wyoming in front of a sold-out crowd. Got a win, too, in that game. Take me through your emotions for senior day, pre-game, during game, and post-game.
Man, it was a lot to take in. I was just super thankful to have a lot of my family there with me. I had some cousins, my brother, my mom, my dad, even a nephew out there on the court with me. So it was just, it was a blessed opportunity to be a part of. I had a senior day last year, but not knowing what my future looked like here at CSU, it was cool to kind of go out with a bang. So it was awesome.
Well, you are leaving your mark in a major way at Colorado State. You leave as the program's all-time leader in career scoring, assists, games played, field goals made, three-pointers made, and likely steals. Why was Colorado State such a good fit for Isaiah Stevens and Isaiah Stevens for Colorado State?
I just think for me, I was able to come out here and get a part of a coaching staff that really believed in me, that saw something in me as a young high school player that I was going to be able to help them win at a high level. And so far, we've really been able to execute that plan. So it's been really cool just to kind of see the maturation process of our staff as well as just me as a player. But ultimately having those guys behind me, pushing me each and every year has been a true blessing. So.
Speaking of the coaching staff, your head coach, Nico Medved, said after the game on Saturday that your legacy should be forever honored.
And if number 4 is not retired in men's basketball, I don't know what else you have to do. I mean, it's not just being a Hall of Fame player, it's being just above and beyond that, a once-in-a-lifetime kind of person and player, and that's what he is.
To hear that level of praise from your head coach means what?
Means everything. He's been a part of so many great years as an assistant here as well as a head coach. He's coached a lot of great players as well, so for him to say that about me truly just means the world to me. And I know the kind of relationship we have, so I'm just truly thankful to have a guy like that supporting me all the way through.
Well, that praise is deserved. On a national scale, you're one of 10 finalists for the Bob Cousy Award. You were named to the Oscar Robertson Trophy watch list, and you made a choice to return to Fort Collins for your senior year rather than heading off to the NBA, and you have enjoyed All-American level success this season. In what ways has this season lived up to the expectations that you set before you tipped things off?
It's been everything and more. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows of a season. You're going to have the highs and the lows, but we really came into this year expecting a lot out of ourselves, and so far we've put ourselves in a great position to achieve everything that we set out for. I'm super proud of our guys, the way we've stuck together no matter the situation, but we've just continued to try to grow and get better each and every day, each and every game, and I'm excited, and hopefully we still have a lot more basketball left to play.
Yeah, no question about that. You guys certainly have a lot more basketball to be played this season. You know, very few players in the Mountain West have the historical context that you do. You've played a lot of games over 5 years in a Rams uniform. How strong is the league this year?
It's the strongest it's ever been. It's the strongest it's ever been from top to bottom. There's no cupcake games, as we call it. You got to be ready to play each and every night. It doesn't matter what their record is going into the game. You know you're going to get every team's best shot, and every team has players that can go out there and flip a game on its head if you let them. So you really got to be sharp about the preparation, the intensity level, the energy you're bringing to the game, and you got to be ready to compete.
Speaking of great players, you played against some great players in the Mountain West in your career. Who are some of those players in your time in this league that brought out the best in you that you really enjoyed competing against?
The two that come to mind right away is Malachi Flynn and Sam Merrill, my freshman year. Just two older guards in the league that are obviously in the NBA right now. that I got a chance to go toe-to-toe with as a young freshman. They really just showed me what it takes to be a high-level player in this league, what it looks like to really be able to control the game and affect it in so many different ways.
Two terrific players that made their mark on the Mountain West tournament. And speaking of, that is on the horizon here. We tip things off in Las Vegas in less than a week. You've played in 4 tournaments in your career. What is it going to take for you and your teammates to rip off 4 in a row and cut down the nets at the Thomas & Mack Center?
I think it's just taking it one day at a time. And I know that's pretty cliche in today's day and age, but that's the truth. Understanding that you can't win them all in one day. You just got to put all your time and energy on the one opponent at a time, and hopefully we'll be able to just catch the momentum, get rolling, and honestly just play with like we have nothing to lose and go out there and compete.
Speaking of just one game at a time, you do have one more regular season game before you head to Las Vegas. You head down to Colorado Springs for a battle with Air Force on Saturday. In the previous meeting, the Rams overcame a 12-point deficit to rally to beat the Falcons. What are some of the areas of emphasis for your team before you head down to Clune to take on the Falcons on Saturday?
I think it comes down to toughness and discipline. They're going to test you in both areas for 40 minutes. They're extremely skilled and sharp on both ends of the floor, and they're a super tough and scrappy group as well. So you got to be ready to compete, and you understand they run a pretty unique offense that way in today's day and age, so you got to be very sharp and disciplined about our defensive coverages and how we want to attack that.
Isaiah, you are a class act, and you are exactly the type of person that personifies the Mountain West, a transformational player, a transformational leader, and I cannot imagine a season here going forward without number 4 in the lineup for the Rams, but here we are. But thank you so much for all you've done at Colorado State and for the Mountain West.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I've loved it.
That's Isaiah Stevens of Colorado State, an All-America candidate this season and the only player in Mountain West history to be named to the All-Conference team in all 4 seasons. Has a chance to move that to 5 straight years next week when the postseason awards are announced in Las Vegas. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.